Hi Virgos, welcome to July, and in this video I'm going to talk about the transits in July. It looks like we have an interesting month ahead of us and there are many things going on, so let's see what the stars are up to this month. On the very first day of July we still have this Sun and Mercury conjunction on the 8th degree of Cancer. Technically this conjunction happened on June 30th, but in my June horoscope I mistakenly said it's gonna happen on July 1st, but still. So Mercury is your ruling planet, and its conjunction with Sun in Cancer means it happened in your 11th house. 11th house is the house of friendships. Okay, so maybe you had some important conversation with your friends. Yeah, because Mercury is communication and the Sun is illuminating all the friendship stuff. So yeah. And then on July 3rd we have a full moon in Capricorn on the 11th degree of Capricorn. So those Virgos who were born in early September are gonna feel this full moon, because the full moon is gonna be making a trine to your Sun. And then so this full moon is happening in your 5th house. 5th house is the house of all things that we enjoy, like like fun stuff. It's the house of Leo. Yeah, so our hobbies, the things that bring us joy, our creativity, our children. So those themes are going to be illuminated. And this full moon is not badly aspected, which is good, because remember the full moon that happened in June in Sagittarius? That one was bad. That one was intense because there were 2 T-square aspects in the sky on that day. So yeah, it must have been intense. I'm pretty sure it was intense for you guys as well. Like for me personally, I really felt the influence of that full moon like 3 days after it. Yeah, so this time this full moon is positive because it's making only good aspects. So the full moon is going to make a trine to Jupiter in Taurus in your 9th house, and then it's going to make a sextile to Saturn in Pisces in your 7th house. So yeah, and remember, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, so when the ruling planet makes a positive aspect, it's like a good omen. Yeah, so all the fun things are illuminated. Yeah, it should be a good time. And remember, it's happening on July 3rd, right before July 4th, so we can be in a mood to like party. Yeah, think of it like this way. The tides, okay, when there's a full moon there's like lots of water at the beach, right? I think it's called like high tide. Yeah, English is not my native language, so I don't know the exact term, but yeah, like there's lots of water on the beach. So, and since we are 80% water, yeah, we also are full of emotions on the full moon. Like people can be a little bit like moody, emotional, irritable, on the edge around the full moon. But when there's like a good aspect only, like at this full moon, it can be more like a positive manifestation. So our emotions are full, but in a positive way. Imagine like spending time with your family on July 4th, so, and your emotions are full, right? And you're feeling happy emotions. So it can like show itself like in this way. So this full moon is good. And so yeah, what else did I want to mention? So this full moon is not a lunar eclipse, so don't expect some major endings. Yeah, no, it's not gonna be like that. So it's gonna be like minor culmination. Okay, so if you've been working on something, you're gonna finish this around this full moon, or if you've been waiting for something to arrive, it's gonna arrive around this full moon. So yeah, something minor. And even though it's minor, it means it's stability. Lunar eclipses, they bring major changes, but at the same time it's very hectic, like lots of activity, instability. But with minor full moons like this, everything is stable. Now on July 6th we have a T-square involving the moon, Venus, Mars and Uranus. So yeah, people might be like irritable, moody on this day, but it's gonna last for only 1 day because the moon changes signs every 2.5 days because it moves pretty quickly. So yeah, this aspect is gonna be active for only 1 day. So yeah, on that day, on July 6th, be patient with yourself and with others. So on July 9th, we have the last quarter moon in Aries on the 17th degree. Why I'm mentioning this is because starting from July 9th, take that week to relax, okay? Let yourself recharge your batteries in order to get ready for the new moon on July 17th. Because last quarter moon means it's the time to wrap things up, and that started with new moon in June. Yeah, so don't waste energy trying to start something new around this time, because it's not gonna like take off the ground. Yeah, I'm gonna give you an example from my life. In May, I was having some problems, and because I was in panic, I forgot to check the transit. And I found some project, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to this and do this. And so I packed all of my stuff. I was ready to go, but I couldn't find a way to go there. Couldn't find a ride, or couldn't find a ticket to go there. And so because of the delay, the other person ended up changing their mind, and they were like, no, I'm canceling this. Okay, so yeah, all of this happened in the week before new moon, meaning after last quarter moon. So don't waste energy after July 9th trying to start anything new. It's not gonna happen. So if you want to start something new, do so after July 17th, after the new moon. That's what I wanted to mention. So on July 10th, we have Mars entering Virgo until August 27th. Yay! Mars is entering your first house, your sign. So Mars is energizer, okay? It's gonna give you energy. Imagine someone injecting dopamine on your onto your throat. Yeah, you're gonna get this boost, adrenaline. Yeah, use this energy to work out, to get things done around your house. It can be good for exercising because you will have lots of energy. So yeah, you will notice that you will feel slightly more energetic than usual. Yeah, try to pay attention and you'll notice. So on July 11th, Mercury enters Leo until July 28th. So it's gonna enter your 12th house. So 12th house is our subconscious. Okay, so maybe you'll be dreaming more, or maybe you'll be, I don't know, thinking a lot before going to sleep. Yeah, so Mercury, because it's the house of it's a planet of thought. Yeah, thinking, active mind. So yeah, it's gonna spend there around 3 weeks. And then on July 17th, we have a new moon in Cancer on the 24th degree of Cancer. So in your 11th house. So yeah, new moons bring news, message, decisions, announcements, and 11th house is your friendships, so maybe some news regarding your friend. Yeah, so, and this new moon is gonna be opposed by Pluto at the 29th degree of Capricorn. Yeah, that's a bit intense, but unlike full moons, new moons are not emotional. So you might not really feel this tense aspect that much, because again, I'm gonna give you that sea tide example. So when there's full moon, there's lots of water, right? But when there's new moon, the water is very far away from the beach. Yeah, so our emotions are low, so we might not feel this tense aspect that much. And it's not completely bad, because the new moon is gonna be making a trine to Neptune in Pisces in your 7th house, and a sextile to Uranus in your 9th house. So yeah, so those two are gonna act like pressure valves for the opposition between the luminaries and the Pluto. So yeah, you can expect to news around this time. And if you're thinking of starting a new project, start after the new moon on July 17th. And since this is not a solar eclipse, don't expect some major new beginnings. Okay, it's gonna be something minor. Yeah. And those Virgos who have planets around the 24th degree of Cancer, I don't know, maybe your moon, your rising sign, your Venus around that degree, you're gonna feel this new moon. But for others, you're gonna feel this in very subtle ways. New moons are new pages. It's energetically new month. Yeah, so you can expect something new to start with around this time. Next, on July 17th, on the same day as this new moon, the North Node enters Aries. Okay, so Aries is your eighth house. Eighth house is the house of other people's money, your partner's money. It's the house of intimacy. Okay, it's the house of loans. That means the arrival of North Node here means you will be. There will be eclipses in your eighth house. Yeah, so for a year and a half, it's gonna be in your eighth house. So this year and next year, the eclipses are gonna be happening in your eighth house and second house. So money matters are activated. So the money that you owe, the loans, credit cards, your partner's money. Yeah, so maybe, I don't know, your partner will start earning more money. Yeah, because eighth house it's the second from your seventh house, your partner's money. Yeah, so that's good, right? When your partner starts earning more money. Or like those of you who are thinking of getting a loan, this is a favorable time because yeah, the luck is on your side. North Node is like green light basically. So yeah, or those of you who I don't know, like owe money, they can return money to you now. Or maybe if you have credit card debt, you will pay it off now, or some mortgage maybe, or loans, you will pay it off. So good time. And then, so what I wanted to mention is, it takes 18 years for the North Node to come back to the same sign. So that means the last time North Node was in your 8th house was in 2005 and 2006. Try to think like what happened back then. Those of you who are like old enough to remember, what happened in 2005 and 2006? Because those themes are gonna repeat again. But this time the outer planets are gonna be making a different aspect. So yeah, the circumstances are going to be slightly different. Yeah, but the themes generally are going to repeat. Like, yeah. So, on July 22nd, we have Venus stationing retrograde on the 28th degree of Leo. So your 12th house. 12th house, as I said, like it's the house of isolation, rest. It's the house of spirituality. So since it's Venus, it can be like secret romances. Yeah, Venus retrogrades in the same sign every 8 years. That means last time Venus was retrograde in Leo in your 12th house was in August 2015. Think about that time, like what happened back then, because those themes are gonna be happening again. It's gonna be like triggered again, but again, this time Venus is gonna be making different aspects. So in 2015 Venus was making a trine to Uranus. This time Venus is gonna make a square to Uranus. You see? Yeah, think about that time, like what happened. Venus is like, you know, it's relationships, our values. So maybe you were like secretly seeing someone and then secretly decided to break up with them without announcing to anybody. Like maybe something similar is gonna happen again. Venus retrograde is not a good time to start something new. Yeah, including relationships. Yeah, don't change your style dramatically. Don't get involved in like secret relationships. It's not a good time because it's very karmic. Yeah, Venus is gonna be asleep, so there won't be love. Wait until Venus goes direct. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna make a separate video for Venus retrograde in July. Okay, so if you want to watch that, please make sure you subscribe to my channel and see that. On the same day that Venus turns retrograde, the Sun enters Leo. So yeah, your 12th house matters are gonna be illuminated. Yeah, so it's gonna be a good time to like rest, I guess. Yeah, so 12th house. Now on July 23rd we have the exact square of Pluto and North Node in Aries. I mean, North Node is gonna make a square to Pluto as soon as it enters Aries, but on July 23rd, it's gonna be like an exact square. So how can I describe this? Pluto is in your 5th house, North Node is in your 8th house, so there's this like conflict between your, I don't know, like children, money, like your partner's money, like, or your creativity, your hobby, and your partner's money, or like yeah, your creativity, and then like loans. Maybe you want to take out a loan in order to invest in your hobbies, something like that. Yeah. I mean, a North Node is not like an actual planet, it's a point, so you're not gonna feel it much, I guess, unless you have planets around the late degrees of Aries or Capricorn. Some of you might have your moon or rising sign around those degrees, okay? So those of you who do, you will feel it, but others, it's gonna be a very subtle energy. Yeah. Next, on that same day, July 23rd, Chiron turns retrograde in your 8th house in Aries. I mean, Chiron has been in your 8th house for a couple of years now. So, and Chiron, as you guys know, it's like the wounded healer. Yeah, it cuts open the wounds that need to be healed, and like he heals them properly. So yeah, expect like things around intimacy, sharing resources, shared resources. That's 8th house stuff. Yeah, you're gonna like be healing those things. Maybe like you won't even realize it, but yeah, those themes are gonna be like activated, unless again, as I said, you have planets around those degrees. Yeah, so if you have planets around the 19th degree of Aries, you're gonna feel it, but then for others it's gonna be a very subtle energy. You're gonna barely feel it. What else? On July 25th, we have the first quarter moon. So whatever that you started on the new moon on July 17th, you planted the seed then, and now you're gonna start seeing like the first blooms, like the first tangible results of whatever small project you started. Like yeah. And then on July 28th, Mercury enters your sign, and it's in your sign for an extended stay because it's gonna go retrograde. Okay, it's gonna be in your sign until October 4th. Yeah, so like 2 months. Yeah, like slightly more than 2 months. Yeah, that is an extended stay, and it's good to have Mercury, your ruling planet, in your own sign. Your mind is gonna be like active. It can be easier to express yourself, to communicate. Okay. So yeah, this is it for July basically. As I said, in the beginning of July, we still have that Sun and Moon conjunction in your 11th house. So I don't know, some sort of like communication with your friends, I guess. And then full moon in your 5th house, so house of romance, hobbies, children. Yeah, somehow those themes are illuminated. Okay, and it's a good full moon. So it might be a good time to have fun on July 4th. Yeah. And then what else? We have a new moon in your 11th house on July 17th. So yeah, expect news after July 17th. Maybe something new regarding your friendships, something new in your friend's life. Yeah. What else? North Node enters your 8th house. Yeah, so your finances, other people's money, shared resources, your partner's money, those themes are now activated until like the end of 2024. Yeah, so some of you might get a loan that you need, that you that you apply for. You are more likely to have it approved. And then those of you who owe money, you might pay off your loans. Yeah, that's good, right? Those of you who have credit card debts, you will pay it off. And then like some of you, your partner will start earning more money. Yeah. And so Venus stations retrograde in your 12th house on July 22nd. Yeah, so you will be reevaluating things regarding like 12th house matters, like something secret, isolated, mental health. Yeah, So Venus retrograde is not a good time to like buy new clothes, invest money. Yeah, I'm gonna make a separate video for that. So yeah, and the month ends with Mercury entering your sign. So this is it for you guys in July, Virgos. I hope you liked this video, and if you did, please subscribe to my channel, and I hope to see you guys in August. Okay, I wish you a pleasant July. Thank you.